What's up, nail geeks, and welcome back to another Hella Handmade Creations video. This month I have quite a few pretties to show off, and the shopping window is either right around the corner or at the time that I'm getting this video scheduled and posted. If you are new to indie polish and you're new to what the heck is HHC, Hella Handmade Creations is a monthly collaboration box, essentially, that dozens of makers show up to, and they create either one, sometimes two polishes to go along with their respective theme. So if you shop along with a brand for several months and you complete their theme, you'll essentially have a collection for that theme. The makers are the ones who choose their own theme, and there are, again, many more polishes. Let's check out the swatches. Kicking this off with BCB Lacquers. This is I'm All Fired Up, part of her the anime Fairy Tale series, and it's described as a hot pink acrylic leaning somewhat jelly base with orange to gold glass flakes and black metallic flakes. This one's $13.50 with a cap of 300 bottles. This is a very flattering pink. It pulls just a touch warm based off of, I'm going to guess because of the flakes, giving it that nice mosaic looking appearance. I thought it popped really well against myself. It is more of what I would consider a squishy type of jelly formula. That said, I took it to 3 thin coats to maximize the flaky payoff, and it was perfect. Just be mindful of the chonkier flakes so that you don't get any potential dragging, and you'll want to finish with a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat. BCB Lacquers is also offering up what I'm dubbing the behemoth. This thing is massive. It's a cuticle oil pen in the scent Fantasia, which is notes of sugared pears, crisp apples, lemon zest, Earl Grey tea, acacia honey, nutmeg, vanilla, and maple syrup. The oil is in a 6 milliliter click pen container with a twist off cap. This one's $8 with a cap of $1.50. Off the bat, $8 for this massive big ass pen is a pretty damn good deal if you ask me. I was so impressed with the size of this thing. It is so freaking huge, but I don't know, I liked it. It's got a very sturdy feel to the pen. It's like a hard plastic type feel, and the clicking mechanism is really satisfying. Now, this is what I would classify as being a lighter type of oil. The main oil in the ingredients list here is jojoba oil. So it soaks in really quickly to your skin. What I would use as more of an everyday type of oil as opposed to my heavier oil preference for my nighttime and morning routine. The scent itself is very, very fall-like. The main scent notes to my nose is the sugared pears and the leaves. There's a bit of an earthy tea-like sense to the very bottom notes, but at the forefront, it's leaves and a sweet pear type of smell. Super pleasant. And again, it just, I don't know, I feel like it's Halloween time when I smell this smell. It's very, very pleasant, very nice. And if you like that, I don't know, it sounds bad, but I don't know, I have memories of walking into Garden Ridge as a kid with my mom. And that's usually what like the smell leaves. The scent, I should say, always makes me think of. So it's got that type of vibe to it, if that makes sense. So overall, fantastic smell. It's decently strong for those of you who are sensitive to smells. I can have my hand in front of my face after applying the oil to my skin, and I can easily smell it in and around my general area. So just throw that out there. And Bee's Knees Lacquer is back with a new series. This is the Wasteland, described as a sheer, grungy brown base with soft pink to gold shimmer. This is part of the new Fallout series. Price is $14 and there is no cap. Now, this is flat out what I would consider a true sheer jelly polish. In my opinion, you will not see any form of opacity however you wear this. Of course, if you wear it as a topper, sure, you can get coverage, obviously. The Wasteland has a very ultra smooth type of jelly feel to it. It is very lovely on those brush strokes. I think overall it's more of this earthy type of strong shimmer appearance. When you wear it alone, I would suggest 3 coats and a top coat of your choice. And of course, this is, as you know, going to do really well in the Will It Topper segment. By Dany, Vianna is back with another duo for us, part of her Fruits Basket series. This first one here is Year of the Boar, and it's described as a pink neon jelly base with aurora shimmer and gold hollow reflective glitters. This one's 14 with a cap of 100 bottles. If you get the duo, this one and the matchy match topper, the duo is 26 with a cap of 100 for the sets. Year of the Boar has a very squishy jelly feel to it. I think if you went in lighter on your coats, I think you might see a touch of your smile line, depending if you have longer nails and a prominent free edge. It's a softer type of buildup with a strong squish factor, so just be mindful of over buildup. Now, the matching topper that goes with Year of the Boar is Kagura, and this one's described as a clear base with larger particle aurora shimmer in pink to gold and orange matte triangles and red metallic mini hearts. This one's also 14 with a cap of 100 bottles. Now, I want to note that the base itself to this topper is shimmery. It's got like a really scattered shimmer aurora shift to it. You'll see that on the Will It Topper segment. As for the larger yellow triangles and red heart glitters in here, they do tend to want to stay on the brush whenever you are applying the polish itself. So I just wanted to note, you'll need to do just a touch of fishing from the neck of the bottle and the brush of the bottle. I found the most success using my water marbling tool and just kind of picking them up and then putting them on my nails. With that said, the glitters themselves are of the larger type, so you'll need to use a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat to seal them up together. Coloris de Carol has Astros Nebula. This is a grayish teal base with multi-chrome in green to purple to red shimmer, pink hollow, black hollow, and silver hollow small squares and shifting rainbow glitters. This one's part of her The Jetsons series. Price is $13.50 and there's a cap of 100 bottles. So we have a heavier type of jelly formula, in my opinion. I think going in lighter is going to be your best bet. To me, it's got this heavier, dense type of feel that I kind of shied away from wanting to do the icing method. I think it might work in theory, but it's just got a stronger viscosity to it. So I chose to go in really thin for 3 coats. Overall, maybe the third coat might have been a bit of overkill, especially because I needed to use a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat. So just something to be mindful of. This is a very unique finish. I loved how those big chonky squares look so hollow against that backdrop. Crystal Knockout has Honor the Lifestream. This is a sage green curly base with black micro glitters, black flakes, platinum silver flakes, and matte gray micro glitters. This one's part of her Houseplant Homebody series and is $12.50 with no cap. So Crystal Knockout makes these glitter crellies, or rather these crelly bombs, I should say, very satisfying, very easy to build up to opacity. I think 2 to 3 coats is perfect. With that said, yours truly, Miss 3-Coat Queen, did 2 coats, and I thought it was perfect. I did finish with a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat. Cuticula has Little Chef. This one's described as a gray curly base with pink to orange to gold to green, iridescent flakes, and silver hollow flakes. Price is $13 with no cap. Part of her Disney Dreamlight Valley series. So we've got a jelly type of formula, but it built up to opacity like a crelly, in that on that third coat, it plumped up beautifully. I had no issues with over buildup or anything like that, given that the flakes, or rather the multi-chrome flakes, I should say, are of the somewhat medium size. So no issues with that. You will want to finish with a slightly thicker glossy top coat of some sort because it is just a touch thirsty in how it dries down, but I had no issues with texture or anything like that. This is almost a touch warm in overall appearance, and I think that's just the multi-chrome flakes catching my eye. Emily DeMolly brings us Blue Winged Glow in a new series, her Butterflies and Moths series. This is a pale, dusty blue polish with strong blue aurora shimmer and metallic brown glitters. This one's $13 with a cap of 260 bottles. I will never get tired of blue shimmer finishes. They're always so luminous on the nail. And to me, this one is in a milky type of base. So that blue, that pale blue, almost looks kind of milky in my opinion. Now for opacity, I'm going to suggest 3 super light coats to build this up. The glitters are of the heavier, they feel kind of chonky in how they apply on the nail. No issues with anything poking up or anything like that. However, this will leave you thirsty for top coat. So use a glitter smoothing top coat underneath your glossy top coat to smooth this out. Femme Fatale made us Heather Blossom. This is a soft, sheer periwinkle jelly blue base with strong, shifting, large glass flake shimmer particles. Part of the Romanticism Through the Art series. Price is $14 and there's a cap of 250 bottles. So we have an easy jelly-like buildup here. It is soft and more delicate in the overall appearance. And what's going to catch your eye's attention the most, of course, is this wonderful shimmer going throughout the polish itself. I almost want to classify this as a foil finish in that it's got that almost glistening looking effect and the particle to the shimmer is quite large. It is a touch thirsty, so use a thicker glossy top coat to seal this one up. It is quite shifty. In person, I could see that gold shift on my macro shot there very easily. Luna Lacquer has the Game. This is a dark base with red to orange to gold to green, shifting sparkle shimmer, shifting blue flakes, and a light dusting of silver and blue reflective glitters. Price is $12. This is a cap of $100, and this is part of her Star Trek series. The Game has a jelly formula, but it's quite viscous. It's on the thicker side in terms of how it applies. So for that reason, just be mindful of your brush strokes. Go in super light. Otherwise, you might have some over buildup going on. And because we've got reflective glitters, you'll also need to go in with a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat to smooth it out and like gloss it up and really exploit the sparkle from the reflective glitters here. So again, just be mindful of over buildup, go in thin on your coats. The overall appearance to the base, in my opinion, is more of a warmish sort of charcoal appearance. And what's building to opacity is all those shimmers and glitters here. Night Owl Lacquer made a polish that is obviously named after me. This is Damn You for Making Me Run, described as an aqua blue crelly filled with orange to copper to gold, shifting multi-chrome flakes. Part of her Bob's Burgers series. Price is $12 and there is no cap. I would classify this one as somewhat milky in how it builds up. It's very soft and delicate, and I think it does build to a semi-true opacity. If you have a very prominent free edge, I think in like super, super bright lights, you might see a touch, the tiniest bit of your smile line peeking out. Otherwise, it's pretty opaque. I'm going to suggest 3 coats and a glossy top coat to plump it up and get it to that nice gel-like appearance. Penelope Luz has another duo for us, part of her Goddesses of Mythology series. We've got Kali here, and she's described as a blue, purple, pink magnetic base with teal hollow glitter. Price is $13, and there's a cap of $200 if you purchase it alone, or if you want the duo is $24 with a cap of $200. Growing up, my favorite stories to hear from my mom was of Kali. I loved the idea of this powerful woman that could destroy the world dancing. It's just my favorite. Anyways, I would suggest going up to 3 coats with this as it is a true jelly formula. It's quite sparkly. My cluster of magnets just kind of disappeared off my new nail desk. So we're using the boring diagonal magnet. I do apologize about that. The second part in the duo is Goddess of Destruction. This one is described as a pink and purple iridescent flake finish with teal hollow glitter. So this is more of a flaky type topper. It does add a touch more sparkle to the overall look of the duo. It's like a splash of color when you wear it like this. Of course, it's going to topper really well over any other color too. Rogue Lacquer brings us Wendy Darling. This is a blue aqua base with pink to gold shimmer and scattered hollow micro flakes. Price is $13, there's no cap, and it's part of the Peter Pan series. Wendy has a fantastic formula. It does dry down incredibly matte because it's so packed full of shimmer, but it is creamy, smooth. I stopped at 2 coats. It was perfect. I didn't need anything else except a really good glossy top coat. You might want to do a glitter smoother with it just to like further amplify that glossy finish because again, it's quite thirsty. And then last but not least, we've got Sassy Sauce. This is Walk on the Wild Side, described as a smoky turquoise curly base with copper to red shimmer and black to red multi-chrome flakes. Price is $13, has a cap of $200, and is part of her Shoes series. I so liked this one too. It's got such a strong shimmer to it. In fact, anytime Carrie does these red shimmer finishes, they're just not lacking for shimmer, kind of like the Rogue. Like they're just so packed full of shimmer and just in your face. I'm going to suggest 3 coats to build it up to opacity and plump it up, and you're good to go. This is a touch thirsty for top coat because of the little tiny multi-chrome flakes. So use a thicker glossy top coat or a thin coat of a glitter smoothing top coat of your choice. And we're going to wrap this up with a Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. So BCB, I chose to show everyone over white because it was very jelly-like and you can kind of see a different way to topper your polishes. BKL, of course, it's going to work over pretty much anything. I think the base is light enough to not ruin, say, any lighter colors either. Year of the Boar is very pretty over black. It's quite tinted though, so just be mindful of that if you layer it. Year of the Boar absolutely passes as a topper. It's a true topper. I think it would be really cute over any color. Chloristic Carol, yes, in theory it works, but personally I would only stick to dark colors. Crystal Knockout is too curly, it's too creamy. Even over white, I didn't really see a whole lot of difference there. Cuticula passes the test with flying colors. I would stick with matchy match colors. Just be mindful that it is pretty gray on the base color. Emily Damali is stunning over black. With that said, I would still only stick with dark colors. Femme Fatale also looks amazing over black, but I think you can get creative with lighter colors too. Luna Lacquer almost looks like its own respective topper over black. Please keep in mind the base is what I would say that charcoal-like tint. And Night Owl, I don't know. It looks cool over black, but personally, I don't know. You can kind of see it on the video here. It is quite tinted. Kali looks really cool over black too. I think if you wanted something vampier, this might be an option for you. And Goddess of Destruction is a true topper, so of course it looks really cool here. Also gives you an excellent idea of the shiftiness, the warm shift to the flakes. Rogue Lacquer is ridiculous over black. It is just stunning. It's kind of like the Emily Damali in strength of shimmer. And then same thing with Sassy Sauce. It works. It's very, very strong in shimmer, but for the Sassy, I just feel like you're not doing it justice. The pre-order is going to start July 14th. Through July 21st. Again, I will link you to HHC's website. I'll also link you to their Facebook group if you'd like to see additional swatches, all that fun stuff. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.